and Caitlin Clark just showing why she is one of one.
Caitlin Clark just dropped exclusive footage from her training sessions in Europe, and it's everything fans have been waiting to see. This is the ultimate proof of how a top-tier league respects and supports its star players.
How the cachet of the WNBA elevates. Remember, it could have been even better. You messed it up. You
can actually see the glow on Clark's face. She looks absolutely radiant, free, and genuinely happy. The days of cheap shots, dirty hits, and pointless drama are long behind her. No more eye pokes, no more rough shoves into the stands. She's finally in her element, and it shows.
Now give me the reasons why. She's gone.
And here's the best part. No racial tension, no hidden agendas against Europe's brightest talent. Players stay in their lane, letting Clark focus on what she does best, dominating on the court. The difference is crystal clear, and it's no wonder she's thriving in a league that truly respects greatness.
Honestly, never seen a company fumble the bag so hard like the WNBA fumbled Caitlin.
She's playing like she's finally free. Free from all the noise, the cheap shots, and the endless hate she had to endure in the WNBA. It's like we're seeing a whole new Caitlin Clark, and she's having the time of her life. She's out there, smiling, draining threes like they're layups, and throwing no-look passes as if it's just another day in the park.
I think it's a good number. Threes were a little bit, I wouldn't say lower. I'll still take 63, but I want to be more so around 70 if I can. 81 mid-range is really, really good.
In Europe, she's finally free. No fear, no hesitation, no second guessing if she'll get blindsided or taken down. They see her talent and actually celebrate it, treating her like the star she truly is. She's no longer dodging elbows or dealing with glares. She's embraced, respected, and admired. It's as if she escaped a nightmare and found her place in basketball heaven.
It sucks that so much of it was riddled with so much drama and so much negativity and so many
And guess who's losing it now? The WNBA, the league that thought they could sit back and watch while Caitlin Clark got poked in the eye, body-checked, and disrespected game after game. Now, they're crying over losing their star player, but let's be real, it's on them. How many times did we see Clark take a cheap shot with the ref just standing by like nothing happened? And what did the WNBA do? Absolutely nothing. They let it slide over and over again until it drove her out.
Like we talked about in our locker room after the game ended, where obviously people were pretty disappointed in the outcome.
Clark was their golden ticket, and they blew it. Now she's out in Europe, playing in a league that truly respects its stars. There, it's all about basketball. No dirty elbows, no racial agendas trying to drag her down. It's the game as it's meant to be played. And the best part? She's smiling, she's laughing, she looks genuinely happy, maybe for the first time in ages. In Europe, she doesn't have to watch her back or worry about a jealous player gunning for her. They celebrate her talent instead of resenting it. The WNBA rode her coattails all season, but now they're about to feel the sting of their own missteps. Caitlin Clark single-handedly boosted WNBA viewership by an astounding 142% in 2024. Without her, it's just a glorified scrimmage league that no one's invested in.
Caitlin Clark has now broke that glass ceiling, and they should be bowing at her. She's going to create jobs and money.
To hell with the WNBA. They're nothing. They're nobody. No one's watching.
Now that she's off to Europe, that fragile spark they clung to is barely hanging on. It's on life support, about to flatline. What did they expect? Their most watched, most electrifying player decided to leave. The WNBA's so-called new fan base? It's about to disappear faster than the league's dignity.
Most expensive seats to see Caitlin Clark were selling for over $4,000. When she played Angel Reese in the regular season, average ticket was selling for $300.
Now that she's gone, what's left for the WNBA? Just a roster of players who can't even dream of drawing half the attention Clark did. And the league's social media? Good luck keeping that alive. Clark's viral moments, whether it was her deep-range threes or her no-look passes, were the only reason anyone bothered to check Instagram, TikTok, or any platform with the WNBA's name on it. Without Clark, the WNBA is like a car without an engine, stalled, lifeless, and lacking excitement. Replacing her presence, engagement, and hype? Not even close. No one else in the league can come near it.
When they got eliminated from the playoffs, the attendance dropped.
Let's take a moment to talk about her salary. Clark was earning just $70,000 in her rookie year. Unbelievable. The WNBA seriously thought they could get away with paying their biggest star next to nothing, all while she was carrying the entire league on her back.
And even Our biggest star in the league, Caitlin Clark, is only making a base salary of around $76,000 or $78,000 for this first season. She signed.
But now, Europe is offering Clark 10 times the pay, and she's free from the WNBA's constant undervaluing. She's finally about to earn what she deserves, while the WNBA continues treating its players like they're working a part-time fast food job. Do you think the other players haven't noticed? The league is on the brink of a talent exodus, with Clark leading the way. Why would anyone stay in a league that won't even pay its top talent what they're worth?
Feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10.
Without Clark, the WNBA's sponsorships and endorsements are on the verge of taking a nosedive. Brands like Nike and Adidas weren't investing in the league for just any player. They were doing it for Clark. She was their golden ticket, the face that fueled their marketing campaigns. Now that she's gone, those brands are likely planning their exit. Why would they stick around in a league that's losing its star power? The WNBA has essentially sabotaged itself. Losing Clark isn't just a setback, it's a full-blown crisis. It's as if they don't even know how to stop the bleeding.
Announced. Yesterday, they plan to commit $50 million over the next 2 seasons so players can fly uncharted planes. The league faced backlash on social media when Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and the team were seen walking through a Dallas airport headed to a commercial flight.
Meanwhile, Europe is eating it up. Footage of Clark's training over there has sparked a frenzy across Spain, France, Turkey, you name it. European basketball is on the rise, and with Clark leading the charge, it's set to become a global powerhouse. Their brand of basketball, teamwork, precision, pure skill, is an ideal match for Clark's game. She's about to elevate her play to a level the WNBA could only dream of offering. No more cheap shots, no more dirty hits, no more drama. She's free from all of it.
Professional level and voiced frustration with the league's officiating, recently telling reporters, quote, "I feel like I'm getting hammered and everybody is physical with me, and opponents get away with things that other people don't get away with." That's what Caitlin Clark's.
Europe is treating its players like the stars they are. With chartered flights, top-tier accommodations, none of that commercial flight hassle that WNBA players endure. And the salaries? Europe is offering up to $500,000 per season, not to mention all the additional perks. When you compare that to the modest paychecks in the WNBA, it's no surprise that more and more players see Europe as their golden ticket. The European League is fast becoming the destination for women's basketball talent, while the WNBA seems to be watching from the sidelines, letting the opportunity slip through its fingers.
With the WNBA season ending for many teams, there are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season. But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even...
Clark isn't just redefining her own career, she's transforming the entire landscape of women's basketball. The WNBA once saw itself as untouchable, but now Europe is emerging as the future. Given how they've treated Clark, maybe it's time for the WNBA to be left in the dust.
Why aren't these fans? If the WNBA is more, it is, and I get it. Why aren't people?
The WNBA can cry and complain all they want about losing their biggest star, but the reality is, they drove her away. They created a situation where staying just wasn't an option for her, and now they're facing the consequences. The WNBA is left holding the bag, wondering how they let a future MVP slip through their fingers and go on to dominate in Europe.
Are comparing this to Kobe, some comparing it to MJ. I understand she hadn't played in the league yet, but at least the popularity and the...
Caitlin Clark is thriving abroad, living her best life, while the WNBA wrestles with the fallout of their own choices. Let's face it, they had it coming. You can't treat a talent like Clark the way they did and expect her to stay. Europe seized the opportunity, stepping in to offer Clark the recognition she deserves. A league that respects her, fans who truly value her, and, most importantly, a game without the drama.